Yeah, I'll add from my perspective. I mean, I agree with everything that Kyle said for sure. And my opinion, sort of one of my guiding philosophies in life is like, if something is worth doing, it's also worth making it fun. So when Kyle pitched this idea to me, it sounded like a blast. There's always a way to bring entertainment into something, even when it's impact driven. And so, that's probably the underlying invisible piece that you're talking about, George, is what's the purpose of even doing this? But how can we wrap it in a layer that's like entertaining and can get people excited? And I think that we definitely did that. There was energy in that room. And I have to say that, for me, I was like, this is going to be something that will be a little bit funny, maybe a little bit silly. But once we were in there and it was happening, like it was legit. Like the panelists, the judges all came from like really impressive backgrounds. And the three companies that ended up pitching were also like very impressive and different in their own ways.
Yeah.
Two thoughts. One, I think it's important in the actual naming of the event, which was the Psychtank, not the Shark Tank, because Shark Tanks have a connotation. And when people see the Shark Tank show, I think they think of sharks, right?
Yeah.
And there's also a connotation in a term that's been going around for a while about venture capital being vulture capital, right? So the whole idea that there's a predatory dynamic of the investors and the mentors like taking advantage of entrepreneurs is just like bad vibes to begin with. So I think that there's some really smart folks involved in this that came up with Psychtank as a brand name for the event that really was on point. Another piece was, I think the first kind of fast pitch Shark Tank I participated in was around 1996. So I'm dating myself a little bit. I have the hairline to prove it. And it was actually like a live stream internet show, which that was pretty early days. And I was one of three judges evaluating .com companies. And the model holds true, right? Getting smart people in a room that care to talk about interesting new ideas is always going to be a good time. And I think entertaining, to Henry's point. And then to Kyle's point, access to capital. Like, companies need resources. And whether they get it from customers or they get it from friends and family or they get it from traditional venture capitalists is part of the game. The other piece for me was I knew this was going to be, are we allowed to swear on this thing?
Yeah, go for it.
A shit ton of work. Like these things are not easy to manage or produce. The most recent one I was heavily involved in, we actually had a full-time guy